Hello, friends and family from around the world. This is Mike with Daily Events Worldwide, and we are on January 10th, 2024. Welcome to another surviving day on the planet, and welcome to the Daily Dew, giving you your space weather update as well. Earthquakes, volcanoes, and world weather. Always starting out here looking at our sun. We did have a large M-class solar flare, and as well a couple plasma filament eruptions. One really fast moving filament eruption, and as well multiple C-class solar flares. Having a look at the last 48 hours incoming. Plasma filament eruption, left-hand side, and as well cresting into view, you will see the M-class solar flare right there. Looking at outgoing, this is where we saw another plasma filament eruption from the southeast region, which is on the right-hand side right now. Right there. Looking at multi-spectrum, pointing out the last 48 hours of events. Mostly plasma filaments and a moderate M-class solar flare. We also have minor coronal holes to deal with right now, but right in an Earth-facing view. And as well a couple minor coronal holes developing in the northern hemisphere. Looking at 171 angstroms here, this is where we can see our heliosphere in action. The magnetic field of all the sunspot regions. And there are still 10 sunspot regions that are visible right now on our sun. For solar cycle 25, day 10, 2024, 10 sunspots. Another look here, able to see the surface and fluid motion. Big sunspot turning in. Current space weather conditions right now, we are under R1. Minor radial blackout impacts are expected. Solar winds are coming in right now, 414 kilometers per second. Solar X-ray flux showing here multiple C-class solar flares and as well a minor M-class solar flare. Solar proton flux steadily coming down. And geomagnetic activity topped out at 2.5, KP 2.5. Having a look at the Space Weather Prediction Center, they have not updated since the most recent C.M.E.s taking off from our sun. They are visible through ISWA though. We'll have to wait until tomorrow to see their prediction here. Having a look at the ISWA space prediction spiral, you can see double shot C.M.E.s coming off from those plasma filament eruptions, and they were in a southward fashion, but set to give Earth a glancing blow 12th into the 13th. Having a look at LASCO 3, last 48 hours of energy taking off from our sun, showing those C.M.E.s. And not too much to talk about other than those two C.M.E.s taking off from the southwest region of our sun. Now let's get to earthquakes past 24 hours, as USGS is reporting about 180 in the 24-hour period. Let's have a look around the world. 4.3 just recently here in Greece. As well, notable earthquakes up into Turkey. 4.0 ranging to 4.4. 4.1 earthquake here at Norwegian Sea. 4.2 earthquake Tajikistan, 153 kilometer depth. And as well, that's all notable activity from yesterday. Notable activity around the Luatobi volcano. Largest the last 24 hours was the 5.9 Japan yesterday. And the deepest is the 4.6 here, Tonga region, 482 kilometer depth reported today. Wamari Beach, 3.2, New Zealand. And 5.4 here reported Chile, that was yesterday. Still very quiet across both North and South America and Central regions. Nothing much to report across the North American plate. Alaska, 4.8 earthquake here reported in Atka, Alaska, as well as Sandpoint seeing a 4.0 and minor activity increasing. have a quick browse here at the last 7 days for shakers around the world. Lots of deep earthquakes this week. Not too many large earthquakes to follow. Again, way too quiet. South American plate, North America. And all the notable activity around Indonesia, the Philippines plate. 6.7, the largest the last 7 days. North American plate, heads up. Now let's get to the Pacific Disaster Centers. They're reporting extreme cold temperatures in Alberta versus extreme heat in Australia. You've got Swiss-Najima erupting, Popo erupting, Luatobi, Indonesia, quite a big eruption there. Multiple flood alerts, extreme weather alerts across the United States. No other volcanoes to report today. Only reporting 4 getting updated today. Having a look at satellite imagery here, some pretty large systems scooting across the United States and now up into the Atlantic provinces. Mostly rain event for Ontario yesterday, but northward, north of Peterborough pretty much, they saw a lot of snow, up to 20 centimeters of snow, but the big system is still on its way, coming in for this weekend. Having a look at satellite imagery across the Pacific, Southeast Asia. And then overlooking Europe. Big high pressure ridge building in this week over North Africa. And that's going to keep those systems at bay coming across the Atlantic. Watch for these strong lows across North America to scoot across the North Atlantic as well. Having a look at windy.com, showing the air quality forecast here for the next few days. Quite a bit of SO2 coming out of Southern California and as well Guatemala, Mexico. Then overlooking Southeast Asia, Indonesia. Big blob there right over top of Luatobi volcano through Indonesia. Must have been a big eruption yesterday because it has changed since yesterday's update. And as well, a notable eruption coming off of Mount Etna. Other than that, no major SO2 problems to report, no major eruptions. Now let's get to weather here. Brought to you by windy.com, showing forecast models across Europe, across Europe and Africa. Multiple lingering lows across South Africa and as well around Madagascar. High pressure ridge, as I said, across North Africa. It's going to scoot these systems northward. Mediterranean's going to be dry for the next few days. But then watch for those big systems to come in from the Atlantic and change things drastically. Overlooking North America. Big low over Northern Ontario and Quebec right now. Set to bring extreme winds and heavy rainfall towards Nova Scotia and the Atlantic provinces. And then the big system comes in for Friday into Saturday. This is where we will see an accumulation upwards of 20 to 30 centimeters of snow expected through Ontario. But across central regions, the United States, you're going to see even more as that low slowly moves eastward. As well, big low coming into northwest Pacific coast, overlooking Australia, the West Pacific, Southeast Asia. Low pressure system still lingering around the Australian continent. But by the end of the weekend, we could see tropical force winds and extreme weather from that lingering low across the Northern Territory. Watch for extreme weather to head into New Zealand as well. overlooking the Pacific Ocean. High pressure ridge hangs out for the next few days, and then watch for the next few systems to come on through. So 12th and the 13th, you're going to be seeing a very intense system coming into Northern California, and lots of rain and snow heading into the BC coast for the long range. Let's have a quick look at snowfall totals here. Anything in a light red is upwards of 40 centimeters of snow. Notable across the Pacific Northwest right now, especially higher elevations, northern BC. And then a quick look here at our temperature forecast for the next 7 days, as we've got that extreme cold that has swung around the planet, is now invading all of Canada and the United States. By the weekend, you will be seeing minus double digits across Canada. So stay warm, stay aware and prepared, stay young and have fun, and get your daily due. Bye-bye now. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family from across the world.